Welcome to another History Mystery. I'm Mimi, and with summer in full swing, let's take a staycation here at the History Center. Today we're going to dig into a hidden gem here at the museum, our bowling alley. Did you know that you can go bowling at the museum? Many people don't, but now you do. Our 1896 bowling alley is set up and ready to roll. All you need to do is visit the museum or contact us to set up a time to party. But you may be wondering, why does the museum have a bowling alley in the backyard? The Smithsonian certainly doesn't. Let's dive into that and learn a little bit more about the bowling alley and the museum. So what is the sport of bowling anyway? The oldest evidence of a game like bowling dates back to 5,000 years BC in Egypt, with players using stones to knock down various items. Eventually, this game made its way around the world, but picked up the greatest popularity in Europe. It was a game that almost anyone could play, from peasants to kings. People began to formalize the rules around the game during the late medieval period. By the end of the American Revolution, European settlers brought the game back to the newly formed United States of America. In fact, the earliest mention of the game is found in the 1819 story Rip Van Winkle by Washington Irving. The popularity of the game in America was slow to grow, but considering the many major events of the 19th century in America, i.e. the nearly constant war and economic depressions, it's not hard to see why. It wasn't until the end of the century, when industrialization swept through northern cities, that people had time and money to play sports regularly. Many games and sports were officially codified at this time, including bowling. On September 9th, 1895, the American Bowling Congress, or ABC, was formed with official guidelines for all aspects of the game. This included gameplay, rules, alley specifications, and even the proper dimensions for the pins. The ABC standardized the game and spaces involved in bowling. Pretty soon after, professional bowling alleys were popping up in towns across New York, Ohio, and Illinois, places heavily reliant on industry. People formed bowling leagues and competed in competitions across the country. So let's get back to Thomasville. At the same time as this bowling alley stuff is going on, Thomas County was going through what we call our resort era. This period lasted from the 1870s to about 1906, when the area was used as a winter vacation spot for many wealthy and important families from the north. Not only did these guests bring money and fame to the area, they also brought ideas about entertainment. Pretty soon, Thomas County was littered with all types of entertainment spaces, from an opera house to billiard halls to libraries and museums to racetracks and country clubs and even the YMCA. Boredom was not an option around here. A few people around town built bowling alleys to entertain themselves. By 1900, Thomasville was home to at least 3 separate bowling alleys. 2 on private property, the extant one at the History Center, and one located where the Salvation Army stands today, and one located downtown, about where the bookstore is situated. The museum's bowling alley is the only one left from that time period in town. If you can spare a minute, we'll get into how it got here in the first place. During the 1890s, the museum grounds were owned by a man by the name of Oliver C. Ewart. Ewart was a banker from Ohio, who managed to make some impressive business deals and grow his fortune. One of those deals was marrying the daughter of a fellow banker who invited Ewart into the partnership. Ewart and his wife Idella Blair had a son together, and the family began traveling down south to escape the harsh winters and smoggy air of the north. In 1893, they built an impressive 3-story house, almost exactly where the museum stands today. This house had all the latest bells and whistles, including a billiards room on the 3rd floor. 3 years later, in 1896, Ewart added another building to his property, a 10-pin bowling alley. The Ewart Bowling Alley is made almost entirely of local yellow pine, with narrow strips of oak used for the alley itself. When it was built, it was illuminated by gas instead of electricity. Regulations for bowling alleys were established by the American Bowling Congress just the year before construction began. The Ewart Bowling Alley is just barely within those regulation measurements. There are cabinets at the end of the alley for storage, and seating for the pin setter and a chute to send bowling balls back down to the bowlers. We can bet the Ewart sons spent a lot of time down there. On the wall of the pit, you can still see the outline of a target board and several holes from years of people playing target practice in the alley. At the other end of the alley is a large room that can be closed off from the alley using pocket doors. The Ewarts used this room for other leisure activities, like billiards and gymnastics. Look up in the ceiling and you can see the hooks that once held the gym equipment. Ewart was reportedly sickly, and may have suffered from a lung ailment. Treatments of the day prescribed plenty of exercise for young men in his condition, and Ewart took that message to heart when he built the bowling alley. But the fun times at the Ewart house didn't last for long. In May of 1897, Idella petitioned her husband for divorce. While the records regarding the state of their marriage run dry after this initial petition, Idella and Oliver separated, and future visits to the Ewart house did not include Idella. For a moment, Ewart tried to sell his palatial home, but after a year pulled out of the market and continued to enjoy his vacation home for another 2 years. On March 25, 1900, Ewart held a bowling contest for family and friends. He bowled a nearly perfect game, scoring 11 strikes in the bowling alley. The next day, he sold the property, never to return to Thomasville. Subsequent owners of the property also enjoyed the bowling alley, though not always in its original intention. In 1922, when the Ewart house burned down, the Flowers family moved into the bowling alley as a temporary residence while they rebuilt. A bathroom and kitchen were added to the sides of the alley to accommodate them in their new home. Years later, the Roberts family also made use of the bowling alley as temporary living space while they renovated the main house. Mildred Roberts had several adjustments made to the house, including painting the wood-paneled interior white and replacing the wooden front porch with a metal awning and rails. The Thomas County Historical Society acquired the property in 1969 for use as a museum. In their efforts to make the property useful, the bowling alley was restored to its original appearance. The bathroom and kitchen additions were removed, the wooden porch was rebuilt, and the wood-paneled interior was stripped of the white paint added in the 1940s. Today, the bowling alley makes a charming addition to our museum experience. Not only does it provide hours of fun for students and visitors alike, it also stands as a testament to the resort era in Thomasville, a time when citizens made the best of a difficult situation and came out the better for it. And the best part is, you can rent the bowling alley for your events. Each year, we host several bowling parties and tournaments in the Ewart Bowling Alley. Think you have what it takes to match Oliver Ewart's near-perfect game? Come by and find out. If this video interested you, be sure to check out our website and social media, where you can find more pictures like these. And be sure to leave us a like on this video. What topic would you like to see on an episode of History Mystery? Let us know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching!